Hello, dear learner, and welcome back to Build Your English. I am your host, Jessica, and I am so pleased you have joined me for this deep dive into everyday English conversation. Today, we are talking about a topic that everyone loves: stories. Whether you prefer reading a great book, watching a new movie, or binge watching a series, knowing how to talk about these things is essential for natural English. We will focus on simple sentences, polite questions, and useful connectors at the A2 to B1 level. Remember, this is a long, continuous practice session, so relax and listen to the flow of the language. We start with books. Books are often the start of a great friendship. How do you ask someone about what they are reading? You can start very simply. What is the last book you read? Or, are you reading anything interesting right now? The word interesting is a great, simple adjective. When they tell you the title, you can ask about the genre. The genre is the type of book. You can use this question: what kind of book is it? The answers are often simple types. It is a romance novel. It is a history book. It is a mystery. You can then express your own preference. I like mystery novels best. Or, I usually read science fiction, but I sometimes try romance. Notice the simple present tense for habits: I read, I try, and the use of but to show a contrast between your habit and a recent change. Now let's practice describing the book. We use the simple past tense to talk about what happened when you read it, and the simple present tense to talk about the story itself. I finished the book last week. The story is about a young woman who moves to London. She has a difficult job, and she tries to find love. I thought the main character was very funny. I did not like the ending because it was too sad. I cried a little at the end. Using because and so helps explain the connection between your feelings and the story. The ending was sad, so I cried. The ending was sad because the main character left. The ending was sad because the main character left. If you are recommending a book to a friend, you can say, "You should definitely read this. It is a must-read." Must read is a simple, strong B1 phrase. Or, I think you will really enjoy it. This uses will for a polite prediction. Next, we move to movies and cinema. The language here is similar, but we have some new vocabulary. To start, you can ask, did you go to the cinema recently? Or, what is the best movie you have seen this year? When describing a movie, we use many adjectives. Try to move beyond good and bad. If you liked the story, you can say, the plot was fantastic, or the story was very clever. Clever means intelligent and smart. If you liked the visuals, the special effects were amazing. If you liked the acting, the main actor gave a great performance. Performance means how they acted. When talking about your reaction, use simple, strong phrases. I was so excited. I laughed a lot. I was a little scared. Always use but and so to connect your thoughts. The movie was very long,
But I did not get bored. The plot was confusing, so I had to watch the trailer again. Had to is the past tense of must, meaning it was necessary. Think about comparing the movie to something else. We use simple comparison words. The first movie was better than the second one. This movie is not as good as the book. Not as good as is a very useful B1 comparison structure. Sometimes a movie is adapted from a book. This means the movie is based on the book. You can ask, have you read the book that the movie is based on? You can say, the book was much better than the movie. They left out many important parts in the film. Left out means they didn't include it. Finally, let's talk about TV shows in series. In modern life, we spend a lot of time on streaming services. Ask your friend, what series are you currently watching? Currently watching means now. Or, do you have any recommendations for a new show? When you talk about TV, the key verb is binge watching. It means watching many episodes or a whole season very quickly. I binge watched the entire season last weekend. I couldn't stop. A show has episodes and seasons. You can talk about a surprising moment in the story. This is called a plot twist.
The last episode had an amazing plot twist. I was very surprised. They left the ending as a cliffhanger. A cliffhanger means the story stops at an exciting point, so you must watch the next episode to know what happens. Talking about characters in a long series is important. I love the main character. She's so relatable. Relatable means you can understand her feelings easily. I hate the villain. He's a terrible person. When you talk about a show you are still watching, use the present continuous tense. Am, is, are plus verb ing. I am enjoying the series a lot. I am watching 2 episodes every night. When you talk about your plans to watch more, use be going to. I am going to watch the next season when it comes out. I am going to buy a subscription to that streaming service. Now we bring everything together in one long continuous story, showing how you can easily transition between topics using simple connectors. Listen to how the story flows naturally. I had a very relaxing past few weeks, so I had a lot of time for entertainment. First, I read a book. I found it in a small shop near my office. The book was about a long journey to the mountains. It was a quiet book, not very exciting, but it made me think a lot. The author is very good at describing nature. I finished it quickly, and I recommend it to anyone who likes quiet stories. After I finished the book, I needed something more exciting. So my friends and I went to the cinema to see the big superhero movie. We bought popcorn and drinks, and we were very excited. The movie was full of action. The special effects were amazing. However, the story was a little too simple. The main actor was good, but the villain was not scary enough. I think I will not remember this movie next year. It was fun, but it was not a masterpiece. Masterpiece is a strong word for something perfect. Because the movie was not perfect, I decided to start a new TV series at home. I am watching a show about doctors in a hospital. I am only on the 2nd season, but I'm already hooked. The characters are so interesting. Every episode has a new problem, so I can't stop watching.
I am going to binge watch the rest of the seasons this weekend. I will probably stay at home all Saturday and Sunday. My friends asked me to go out, but I told them I had important plans. The show. Although it is good to go out, I prefer staying inside when a show is this good. I think this show is the best medical drama on TV right now. This practice shows you how to switch between the past, I read, I saw, the present, I am watching, the book is about, and the future, I am going to binge watch, I will not remember. Seamlessly using simple connectors like and, but, so, because, and however. These are the tools you need at the B1 level. Remember to keep practicing these simple phrases. Ask your friends about their favorite books and shows. Use the words relatable, exciting, and clever. Use I think and I feel to share your opinion. Thank you so much for listening to this English practice session. I hope you feel more confident about talking about the stories you love. Keep building your vocabulary every day. I am Jessica, and I look forward to our next lesson on Build Your English. Have a wonderful day, and happy watching and reading.